Welcome to B2B Tech Talk. I'm your host, Nina Buik, and I'm delighted to be here today. We have got some fantastic guests. Today, we have Simon Roberts, CEO of Canadian company Novbox. He is actually based out of Las Vegas. And then we also are delighted to have Melissa Gould, who is the Canadian, this is a mouthful, so I'm gonna have to read it. I normally don't. The Canadian Distribution and Emerging Solution Provider, Sales, give it to me.
Leader.
There she goes. Fantastic. Thank you both for joining us today. Simon, let's start with you. Tell me a little bit about Novbox, because a lot of people out there may not know you.
Yeah, so Novbox is a IT support company. So I opened that company back in 2002. And honestly, in the next couple of months when I started the business, I started selling ThinkPad products just before Lenovo acquired the IBM portfolio of computers. And it was a key to my success because my customer were using reliable computers. So they were always happy to do business with me. Sometimes my competitor were using like less quality computers. They were having a lot of issue. So with Lenovo computers, with the extended warranty, all my customer and my clients were very happy. And you know what? In a world of MSP right now, so everybody is moving from break and fix to MSP, we want to make sure that the computers of our clients are reliable. So with Lenovo, that's a success for sure.
Well, I can see that you are a proud Lenovo customer with your jersey. I know, Melissa, that's got to make you happy.
It does.
I bet. So tell us what's going on in the world of Lenovo today.
Today, for those of you that work with Lenovo, you know that we're in our Q4, so we're trying to wrap up our fiscal year 25, trying to finish off the year strong and trying to put our plans into place for our fiscal year 26 to make sure that our priorities align with our business partners and where the market's going, and trying to get all the different activities that are needed for all the Windows 11 refreshes and all the AI buzz that's out there. So it is definitely the time to partner with Lenovo. There's lots of activity going, and we're excited about all that the year is going to have to bring.
You know what I love about both of you is the energy that you bring. You both, I mean, it makes me, it gives me energy to interview you. So the Novbox and Lenovo, how did that come to pass? So I want to get both perspectives because I think the glue here is TrustX, but I'm going to start with you, Simon. How did you come together and how did you embrace Lenovo as your partner to help your customers get that reliable equipment that you knew that they could count on?
So it's very simple. So Lenovo, it's easy to do business with. Like I never had any moment in my relationship with Lenovo that I was like thinking, are they telling us the truth? Are they very reliable? Are they very going to sell me the computer at that price that they promised me? So each time they say something, this is true. And I don't want to talk about competitor, but sometimes they're not channel first. They would like to take the customer directly and sell directly to that customer. This will never happen with Lenovo. They will always make sure that you are channel first. So they will make sure that you get the lowest price on the market for the customer to be happy. And so I never lost the face in front of a customer like, oh, I'm sorry, the price is lower at Lenovo. No, the price will always be lower with the channel representative or the channel partner like Novbox.
And that trust is so critical in a relationship, Melissa. How
Agreed.
how did Lenovo get plugged in here?
Well, it's funny because I'll say that I've heard about Simon well before I met Simon. So a few years ago, and Simon probably knows the exact time, we did a program called the Lenovo Fanatics. That's the jersey that he's wearing today. And I remember his channel rep at the time posting pictures all in like our internal things about his big win of becoming a fanatic. So he was kind of infamous before I finally got to meet him. So I think we met for the first time at the TXA Leadership Summit last year. So in 2024.
Yep.
So we've actually finally met. But I mean, Simon's correct, right? I mean, we're a channel centric organization, and our job and our channel people's jobs is to make sure that the partners can make their customers' dreams a reality, and whatever we need to do to help them, realize their business dreams as well as what their customers are trying to achieve in the market.
How does Ingram Micro and TrustX, they're the glue here in this relationship. Talk to me about that.
TrustX Alliance has been a fantastic community for Lenovo. We've been all in for probably at least 10 years, if not longer. It really allows us the opportunity to work with our distributor partners that are in that community. At the events, you kind of get your C-level executives there. So really understanding their businesses, and really the TrustX Alliance community in Ingram give us the ability to have access to this community of partners that we don't normally would have access to, or be able to spend the time and to understand their businesses. So it really is the glue, like you said. And I mean, because the whole community is tight knit and everybody goes in with an openness to share information, not only amongst themselves, they're very open to share information with the vendor partners too. So it allows us to really make sure that whatever we're doing is going to meet the needs of our partners.
Simon, your perspective. You've been a member of TrustX, long before you met Melissa. How did TrustX help you foster that strong relationship that you have with Lenovo?
I will give you a quick example. So just last, there was a super regional, so it was a TXC meeting in Halifax, and I was having some difficulties with one of my customer. The customer was like, Simon, I want to get that device. They were like, oh, Simon, you know what? I can get a cheaper price. And I was like, oh my God, this cannot be like that. So it was so nice. Melissa came to my table and she says, hey, Simon, I'm nice to see you again. Do you need something for me? Can I do something for your business? And I said, yes, I have a big lead right now. I really need your help. I want to save the deal. I want to sell everything from Lenovo. And you know what? She makes sure that that magic was possible. And finally, we sold like $500,000 of Lenovo PC to that customer
Wow.
just because of that relationship with TrustX and Melissa. So thank you again, Melissa, for that. Changed my life for
Oh, it's
forever.
my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Oh, I love that. I'm hearing, trust, confidence. Um, uh, you're dependable, right? He knew he could depend on you. Now, you guys have also worked together on some programs, Simon, that have also helped you grow your business, as well as some incentive programs. Maybe you can share one success story with us.
Of course, in the past year, by being a TXA community member and working with Lenovo, I was able to have new campaign. For example, let's give you an example. Instead of saying, you know what, there's the promotion, you will get 20% off. Everybody does that. So I was able to get new ideas. Like, for example, each time I was selling a PC, I was giving out a free monitor. So those ideas came from Lenovo. They helped me to have some campaigns. And the same thing for my sales team. And this is very important. They motivate my sales team by giving them like little swag. Let's say that if you sell like 5 laptops, we will give you like I don't know, a battery charger. We will give you something. So that's pretty nice, because other vendors, they don't do that. And if you're not part of the TXA, you miss all of that. So that's a perfect mix. Being part of TXA, having the contacts with Lenovo, like people like Melissa, it changes everything. So just to give you my growth last year, honestly, I'm pretty sure I got at least 300% growth just because of that relationship by being part of TXA and having access to people like Melissa.
Melissa, music to
Yes.
your ears.
It is. And I mean, I love to hear that. I always tell everybody that I want to hear the crazy ideas.
Yeah.
And at Lenovo, we definitely foster an entrepreneurship spirit amongst everybody in our organization. So one of the things down from our CEO down is try things and see what works. And food, we call it food panning. So
Yeah.
at the end of the initiative, food pan it. What worked, what didn't work, and if it worked, repeat it. And if it didn't work, it's okay.
Yeah.
Realize what went wrong and, pivot and try something new. So we definitely want to make sure, and this is part of our relationship with the Trust X, is it allows us to do some creative things and to really listen to the partners that are in the community of what's going to help their businesses. And we know everybody has choices, so we want to make sure that not only are we providing a good level of service, but we can instill that down throughout the organization to get everybody to want to work with Lenovo and to help lead with that. And we know sometimes a little bit of incentive kind of helps go along the way. So for any of the Trust X Alliance partners in the community, I welcome the crazy ideas. So bring forth your plans and bring forth your ideas, and we'll see if it works. And if it doesn't, we'll foo pan it and figure out what went wrong and what we can do going forward.
Isn't that great? Isn't it great to know that innovation in your organization is supported from the top down?
Correct. Yes.
And that, I mean, I can see the smile on your face. It just, that feeling empowered to work with organizations like Simon to be creative and make those deals, and other TrustX partners as well.
Exactly.
So earlier, Simon, you talked about the leadership summit. Will you guys be attending again this year?
Of course. Of
Absolutely.
course.
Wouldn't miss it.
Now, I heard last year just some amazing things about that event. What was your takeaway from last year, and what are you hoping to get out of this year's event? Simon, go first.
Yes, the leadership summit it's very different from like let's say the TXA regular meeting, the TXA one, because it's more focused on developing the leadership skill. So last year I learned a lot on how to be the leader for tomorrow because we had a lot of activities to find out what kind of leader you are, what can you do to improve that, how can you make sure that all of your employees will follow you into that values that you have inside your business. So honestly, last year I discovered a lot of things about me, about my leadership skills and what I can improve. And honestly, you ask me something that I take from that event. I take that it's very important to understand that sometimes you cannot win all. And I was getting back to my house, or I was like during the night, I was thinking at why didn't solve that lead? And like that leadership summit gave me the wisdom of like Simon, it's normal. You cannot win everything. You need to let it go. So it gave me. It was like a therapy. So that was so nice. When I left the leadership summit, I was like a new man.
Wow, you just gave me the chills. Wow. Oh, Melissa, what
Yes.
about you? What did you take away from last year's event, and what are you hoping to see this year?
Oh, I don't know what I'm hoping to see this year. I'm going to say more of the same. I'm going to say
Yeah.
more of the same. And I'd like to see us build on what we learned last year, hopefully. I would say it was such a nice thing because I think often as leaders, there's so many things in our day to day, and we all try to better ourselves and better our pieces, our business. So, like the piece of business that obviously I'm responsible for at Lenovo, and all the TXA partners like Simon and his business. But it really allowed us to take the time to focus on ourselves and the characteristics and the things that we can work on our leadership styles or our leadership techniques to bring back to our businesses or our business units to help foster and create a better environment for everybody and that will help strengthen our businesses going forward. So it was probably one of the best events I've ever been to.
I have heard that from so many different people, and congrats, Ingram Micro Trust X Alliance, for putting together such a meaningful program. And Simon, thank you for being vulnerable and sharing, that moment that really helped you and inspired you. Not it's not easy to be a business leader and to be vulnerable, but to me, that's where strength comes from that vulnerability and the willingness to learn. And I'm excited to hear what you both come away with this year. The Leadership Summit's coming up in just a few weeks, right?
Yes.
It is. It is.
Oh, how exciting, how exciting. Well, this has been just a beautiful, beautiful story from both of you. I love hearing what Lenovo is doing. And Simon, again, just you exude this, confidence and this energy, and people trust you, but people trust you because you're giving them products that you trust, and giving and sharing relationships that you can depend on. So I can see how all of this is working together, and I congratulate you both for the success of this relationship, and the relationship, and to Ingram Micro for being that great cohesive force, right? That's bringing everyone together and bringing this great content. Any final thoughts before we close? Simon, we'll start with you.
I'll say that the customer, when they are looking for an actual service provider, or let's say simply a reseller, because I have some clients that only ask me for new machines, like, hey, Simon, I need to change my computers. So it's very important to encourage like those reseller that know the product they are selling. So that's very important, and that they can get a good relationship, because sales in 2025 is no more about the price, is no more about like I will get you to you fast. It's to build that relationship of trust, because now it's everything is complex. So
Yeah.
a good seller will help you to make it simpler. So I suggest people, for example, if they want to have a good relationship, maybe they could like ask Ingram Micro to get to a reseller that is local, and they can help them to make sure that they get the good product for their business, and they build that relationship. It's so important. So, and honestly, I will say that my final thoughts are that they people and businesses need to find the correct partner, that there will be a fit, and they will have a good relationship.
And if you were to give me one word that describes TrustX Alliance, your relationship with TrustX, one word.
Contacts.
Okay. Interesting. I love it. Melissa, final words, final thoughts, and give me one word that describes Lenovo's relationship with Ingram and TrustX.
Okay, so I'm going to say final thoughts. I mean, Simon was a great Lenovo partner. He's been a Lenovo fanatic forever. And I would say for any members in the TrustX Alliance community, leverage what Simon did. And when I say what Simon did, is Simon set a goal. So he's being a little, not bragging on himself, but he set a goal last year that he wanted to be a Lenovo Gold tier partner. And he set a plan with his channel account managers and leveraged all his network and leveraged all his resources to realize his goal. And he became a Gold partner for the first time. So, one, congratulations, Simon.
Thank you.
One word for our relationship with TrustX. I would that's very hard. I'm gonna say that I'm going to say undeniable. And I'm going to
Oh,
say undeniable because it is undeniable that our relationship with the community, our relationship with Ingram, our participation in the community has led to our success and our growth, because TrustX Alliance partners with Lenovo grow faster than the average partner in the market. So it is undeniable that this community has been nothing but growth for us.
amazing. To both of you, what is there a cheer or something that the Lenovo fanatics do? Do they stay? Simon, what do Lenovo fanatics do?
So Lenovo Fanatics, what they do, they are present on social media, and
Yes.
they deliver a message like, this is the new thing, this is the new laptop, this is the new technology, this is the Lenovo promotion. So it's all about that. It's about the trust of the products, and to show the entire world the possibility that the end user can do with the new computer, a new conference room system, a new webcam, whatever. So that's about it. So it's very important to deliver that message. So being part of the Lenovo Fanatics Club, it's to deliver that message to the entire world via the social media, and
Digital
especially
cheerleading. I
LinkedIn.
love it. That's fantastic. Thank you both so much. I appreciate it, Melissa, Simon. it truly has been a pleasure and honor to talk to you today. And I think this is going to be so beneficial to the folks listening, because it really speaks to the core values that I think Ingram and TrustX espouse to, which is that trust, that connection, that confidence to move forward and to achieve goals together. So thank you both. And I look forward to talking to you after Leadership Summit.
Thank you, Nina.
Thank you, Nina.